Hello and welcome to another video. I am Coach Denise with Academic Coaching for World Changers, and I'm going to help you pass the NCE one video at a time. And don't forget, if you want to book individual sessions or group sessions or see what else we have, you can check out our website or email me right up here, but I'll say that again at the end. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Tarasoff case and how that involves duty to warn and the impact it has on counseling as a whole. So just a brief overview of both first, and then I will talk about each one separately. So first, the Tarasoff case is a landmark legal case in mental health law, and it established the duty to warn. And this is a significant ethical and legal responsibility for mental health professionals. Understanding both of these things is crucial for counselors and therapists. So a little background on the Tarasoff case. It involves a patient at the University of California who confided in his therapist that he intended to kill Tatiana Tarasoff. The therapist notified the police, who briefly detained Podar, who was the patient, but he was then released. The therapist's efforts to warn Tarasoff or her family were blocked, so she was not warned and she was eventually killed. The Tarasoff family sued the University of California, and this led to the landmark ruling by the California Supreme Court in 1976. And the court held that mental health professionals have a duty to protect individuals who are being threatened with harm by a patient. So this could involve duty to warn the individual, police, or other reasonable steps to protect that threatened individual. So a little bit about duty to warn. This is that legal obligation of mental health professionals to breach confidentiality if they have a reason to believe that a client poses a serious threat of imminent physical harm to themselves or others. It requires that therapists take steps to protect a potential victim. And like I mentioned, this might include warning the victim, notifying law enforcement, or other measures to prevent that harm from happening. So this can also vary by state because not all jurisdictions have a duty to warn, and the parameters of the duty can differ. So it's important to know what the laws are in your state and where you are working. Balancing the duty to warn with confidentiality is a significant ethical challenge for therapists because breaking confidentiality can impact the therapeutic alliance. However, failing to warn when necessary can have serious, even fatal, like in the Tarasoff case, consequences. So, more about both of these things. So, the Tarasoff case established the precedent for the duty to warn in many jurisdictions and highlighted responsibility to protect individuals from harm, even if it means breaching confidentiality. And following the Tarasoff decision, many states in the US enacted laws or adopted ethical standards that formalized that duty to warn. So in conclusion, the Tarasoff case fundamentally changed the way mental health professionals approach confidentiality and the duty to protect and warn. It's a cornerstone case in understanding the legal and ethical obligations of therapists, especially regarding client threats of harm to themselves or others. Counselors must be aware of the laws and ethical guidelines pertaining to the duty to warn in their specific jurisdictions and be prepared to act accordingly to protect potential victims. So let's try it out with a question. Which of the following about the Tarasoff case and duty to warn is not true? A, it changed the way counselors approach confidentiality. B, Tarasoff was not warned after threats were made. C, counselors have an obligation to take steps to protect a potential victim. Or D, all states have the same policy on duty to warn. Second. D, all states have the same policy on duty to warn. That one is not true. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment or email me if you want some other videos, specific things you want to hear from, but make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of those videos. Check out our website for all the services we offer, and feel free to email me if you want to book with me, but you are going to do great on that exam.